Welcome to the Hank Cisco Show. Don't touch that remote. You know, it is a TV show. And I have my guest today is, he plays on TV, and he's a movie actor. And, you know, I was looking at, this is him, one of the official, you know, movie pictures. You know, let him know what he looks like. And I'll tell you what his name is. Don't worry about the name now. I'm just going to worry about it. And, you know, he played in TV, film. He played as a Philadelphia cop. He played as a police commissioner. He played as a guy being arrested. He was a pedestrian, a business walking. He was a barber, and all these scenes, and a lot of TV shows and films, HBO, Sopranos. So we're going to hear some of the things on what it's about, what a movie actor has to go through, how he gets his jobs, how he does his thing, and still stay sober. Vince, tell him your last name.
Riviezzo.
Riviezzo. It sounds like a little on Italian opera.
That's right, it does, you know.
All right, well, now tell me something about you.
All right.
You're involved with movies and stuff. How'd you get involved in that?
Well, I was walking out of a casino one day in a suit and tie.
In Atlantic City?
In Atlantic City. They were ready to film a movie down there, and 2 scouts were down there looking for locations. They liked my look, and they approached me and got all my information, and it snowballed from there. I thought I'd be in a movie once.
Wow,
and then
my
it
God.
would help my sales career.
There's a list of all the movies you've been in, right?
There's over 71
some
now.
TV shows.
Yeah, 71. I've been on every major HBO show.
Yeah.
The Wire, The Sopranos, Sex and the City, Entourage, and I was on Veep. The list goes on.
Well, tell me now, you got some pictures here. Tell me something about them pictures.
All right, I want to start out with this.
Let's start with a calendar.
I want to start out with this calendar because...
is that this year's calendar?
Yes, it is. Ashley Williams, who's a good-looking model, she's also the, producer of this calendar.
Oh, yeah?
And she's the editor of her magazine.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she's in the calendar.
Get on the show here.
Yeah, we'll have to get her on the show. I think we can do that. She's
Yeah.
from down in Baltimore area. And I want to thank her for picking me to be Mr. December.
Oh, my God.
Now, of all the actors, she picked me.
That's you here?
Yeah,
in
yeah,
different scenes.
Mm-hmm. But the honor of being Mr. December is my favorite person in the whole world, my granddaughter, Allison Paige Riviezzo.
Oh, yeah.
She was born in December. So by them giving me December, I feel great because it's her month.
Yeah.
She's
These are all movie stars?
They're actually actors, models, and they even
Yeah.
threw a professional fighter in there. So ATH Magazine's the one that puts it
Yeah.
out, and they sell this.
Here's one here. You know,
You like that one?
I'm an ex-policeman, you know, so
I know. So
here
I
you
got
are, a machine gun.
machine gun in a 1920s car, right? Yeah, I was on Boardwalk Empire. There's a picture of Boardwalk Empire too.
What's this?
Boardwalk Empire was the #1 show on HBO.
That was the name of the show?
Yeah, and it's a true story about Nucky Thompson in Atlantic City, and Al Capone, he was there. And it lasted 5 years, and it was the #1 show on HBO. That's me as the main pallbearer for the mob boss that we killed in episode 1.
Where was this shot?
This was shot in New York.
New York?
Okay, yeah. And
right.
that was a great scene.
How about this one? What's this?
This picture here is from a movie called The Best and the Brightest. The Best and the Brightest, a very funny movie.
Yeah.
And Chris McDonald's the star of that. Now, Chris McDonald and I are in a movie that'll be coming out this summer called Wetlands. And it's a mob movie again. I play a mobster. Chris McDonald is a cop.
You're a mobster and a police commissioner,
a
cop?
police commissioner, you know what I mean? I even played a priest once. But Wetlands is going to be a great movie.
How about this in here?
This one here is when I went to France with Robert De Niro, Michelle Pfeiffer, Tommy Lee Jones. And this is, I'm a New York mobster in this picture, and this picture was shot in Normandy, France. We done the barbecue
France.
scene in Normandy that we're supposed to be in New York.
I went over the sightseeing.
Exactly right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
a great week, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's you holding a gun.
Yep.
And who's the guy in the back?
I don't know him. He's a French actor. Somebody just took the
Oh.
picture. I don't even know his name.
Yeah.
But he was from France, you know.
And this is who's some of these people.
Oh, yeah, this is a great picture. One of my friends put this up on Facebook, and it had like 300 likes in a day and a half. Now, these guys are all mobsters. They're all New York mobsters. They play mobsters.
They
I'm the
play
only-
mobsters,
yeah,
not
no,
mobsters.
no. But I'm the only Philadelphia one there.
Huh?
This is Dominic Mancino, okay? This is my friend Pete Falsetti. He was in Rob the Mob with me and in The Family with me,
Yeah.
Sopranos. Chris Mangi. He's a great actor. I've done a lot of movies with him.
Yeah.
He was in Rob the Mob with me, too.
Yeah.
Sopranos. And Dan DiSilvestro, that's the first time I ever met him, so I don't know too much about his career.
So they're all. So he's had.
This was when I was in Transformers 3. I was
Oh,
playing.
this is. Tell me the story about this.
This is a great story. There's only 4 park rangers in Transformers 3.
This is Washington D.C.
Washington, D.C.
near Lincoln.
Lincoln Memorial.
Right.
Now, what happened there was, 2 o'clock in the morning, they have me standing on the Lincoln Memorial all by myself. Then there's a 12-foot pole with a face on it. That's the reference point to build the monster, to chase me. I'm looking out over the reflection pool. I'm looking at the Washington Monument, and I'm saying, wow, all the historic things that took place here, and I got this whole Lincoln Memorial to myself. 200 yards away, there were barriers, and there were hundreds of people out taking pictures.
Oh.
I wish I could have met one of them and got one of them pictures, but,
Yeah,
you know, we
but
can't have
nice,
a picture
yeah.
on a set. But, you know, it was a great feeling knowing
So you were the park ranger.
yeah. And then when they yell action, I run for my life as I'm being chased
There
by
was
the
no
mob.
demonstrations while you were there.
No demonstrations then. That was many years ago. Yeah, you got that
They
right.
didn't demonstrate then. They just went there and enjoyed the visit, right?
Yes, they did.
Well, that's good. Well, it's really interesting to see that the different parts you play. Did you ever play a priest?
Yes, I did. And-
Pontific Spiritus Santo.
yeah, I played a priest, and it was supposed to be for a
yeah.
TV series, and it didn't
All right,
take
now
off.
what's up the front burner? What do you got cooking?
Well, I have 4 movies coming out this year.
4.
Yeah, 4. One of them's called Wetlands.
It's a movie, not TV.
No, this is the big screen.
You haven't named them or anything?
Yeah, Wetlands is a movie that was produced by Emmanuel Della Valle. He's from Italy.
Yeah.
His father is one of the richest men in Italy and just donated $25 million to fix up the Colosseum.
Wow.
Wow.
In Italy.
In Italy. So anyhow, I have several scenes. I have one in Resorts Casino with Chris McDonald. He's a cop. I'm a mobster. Okay. We have another scene. This one's really funny. We were in Menz's restaurant, which is outside Wildwood on Rio Grande. So we go into Menz's restaurant to shoot that day. I go up to the owner, older woman. It's Mr. Menz's daughter. I introduced myself. I said, "Isn't it amazing that I'm shooting a movie in your restaurant when it was my Uncle Dominic that shot your father?"
Oh.
Now, my uncle shot their father in real life, but it was a hunting accident. They
Yeah.
were best friends. She started laughing. She said, "They were crazy," you know what I mean? But some people that overheard the conversation, your uncle,
yeah,
whacked their father. No, he didn't whack him. It was a hunting
Well,
accident.
that's sometimes when you're doing an outside scene, you get problems with the people wanting to get involved or.
Oh, yeah, well, but they have PAs, okay, production assistants, and they see everything, okay? People think they can sneak onto the movie set. They don't have a contract. They're not allowed to be seen, but I've been on breaks where they said,
Because everybody in the scene gets paid.
yeah, right. So they'd sneak over and say, "Oh, yeah, the camera's right there. It can see me." And they'll stay there all during the break.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden they think they're going to start shooting. The PAs come on, get out of
go,
here.
yeah. In other words, put up a fake.
Yeah, cracks me up.
That's what you call bobbing and weaving.
Yeah, then I have another movie I done. Should be out in 2018 called Fright Fest. It's a horror movie. Now, they wanted me to play a cop, a uniformed cop. But when I got there, the director said, you know what, you look more like a detective. I'm going to put you in a suit. So they do that. They change me right from my change me right off, and I'm with the mayor in an opening scene
That's
of the
like
movie.
our director here, John. I come out with something, he'll move it around, you know.
They're in charge.
And they have a different vision than we do, you know. And so now you're going to come to the Manjuna March the 1st.
Absolutely. I was at the
Okay,
last one.
right.
Great meals and everything. Then this director, Kresnik Sasiri, he made this movie called My Friends. We shot it for over a year, okay? I play Johnny Gelati, the mob boss. Go figure,
Yeah.
okay? They showed it in New York. It had rave reviews, but there was one problem with the movie. It was 2.5 hours long. Nobody wants to sit through a 2.5-hour movie.
No.
Your
no.
best movies are less than 2 hours, okay? And so he was in contact with a big distributor. I can't say their name right now because they're in negotiations. And we had a meeting Sunday. The distributor loves the movie, wants them to make a pilot and try to turn it into a TV series.
Yeah.
And it'll be on every week. So there's a lot of money involved there. And I wish Kresnik Sasiri a lot of luck. You know, he worked
Yeah,
very hard on
good,
that movie,
good.
and
Well, you think there's a part for me sometime?
we'll get you right in there. We
What do
can
you think I could
fit
be?
you in. Hey, you could be the
Huh?
senior. You could be the senior mob boss. You know, we got to go for. We got to go to you for all our approvals.
You know what? I was at the International Police Association conference in, I don't know, down in Florida.
Okay.
And Jeff Sessions, the guy just became Attorney General.
Right.
Well, he was one of the speakers on there. So my friend, Jim Toner, he says, I want you to meet the senator from Tennessee. I said, all right, good. So he's shaking hands with me, and he says, who is this guy? He said to Jim Toner. He says, well, what do you think he is? He says, he looks like a cop or a fighter. I said, you hit both of them, you know? And we shook hands, and now I only said Attorney General.
Good.
So I think it's good that you play different parts, you know. You don't want to be, but I guess most of them are gangsters, right?
Well, a good percentage, yeah. When we got picked to do that one scene for this HBO series, Crashing, okay, none of us put in for this part. None of us even knew they were shooting it, okay?
In other words, it's up to the director. What he thinks, what you look like, what you're going to talk
Right,
like, what your
exactly
voice sounds
right.
like.
5 of us get called to do this thing, and we all talk to each other when we're up there. How'd you find out about this? How'd you find it? One guy called, he says, you guys are in a file. When we need mobsters, we pick you guys. And we've been in 5 different movies together, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So
yeah.
I didn't even know. When they called me to be on Boardwalk Empire, I was doing a commercial in New York. My phone rings, and the person said these words. Scorsese's people picked you. They want you in their new series, Boardwalk Empire. You got to be up in New York tomorrow for a fitting. I'm up there in a fitting, 10 o'clock in the morning. I go into this warehouse, and Hank, wall-to-wall clothes from the 20s.
Wow.
Flapper outfits, men's zoot suits, you name it. And they fit me in a tux. Now, in the 20s, you couldn't dress yourself in a tux because the shirts went on like hospital gowns. And
Oh,
the
yeah,
valet
yeah,
had to
yeah,
button them in the back.
Yeah, I remember.
And they gave you an artificial collar,
Yeah.
and they gave you a bow tie. So it was a one-size-fits-all. So they fit us, you know, it takes about an hour. They fit us for the, for the scene for the 1920s. They had me looking real good. I had button-up shoes on the side, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
It was
when
really
it's-
crazy. And then when we do the scene in New York, you just go there and wardrobe has all your clothes
You
ready.
do a street scene.
Yeah.
Do they block off the
Oh,
area?
they block off, yeah.
The
cops,
police are very cooperative with that, huh?
in New York, they have a couple police assigned to the film industry. That's their job totally.
Yeah.
Okay, just like you have SWAT people,
Yeah.
you have 2 film police that's job is to keep
Yeah.
order and keep people from messing up the
Yeah.
set. So we were coming out of church carrying the mob boss in this big coffin, right?
Uh-huh.
And they had artificial snow falling on us, which was plastic.
Yeah.
So we did the scene about 7 times. Every time we went back into church, couple girls had to brush us off because the snow don't melt. It was plastic.
Yeah.
It's the first
So-
time I ever got brushed off
Well,
by two women.
what is one of your memorable scenes or something that you were part of that you enjoyed?
Well, I guess it was when I went to France. It was an honor to be able to pick to go do this movie, The Family. They flew us to France for 7 days. My scene took 1 day. And then the other 6 days, the director said, you guys can go do whatever you want. We're leaving in 7 days. So me and a couple of Sopranos, Anthony Mangano, he's a New York actor, good guy. Him and I one day, we got on a train, we went to Paris. We saw the Eiffel Tower. We just went through all down to the Louvre.
Right.
We did all of Paris. And about 10:30 at night, we just got done dinner at one of Paris restaurants. We're staying 2.5 hours away in Normandy, in a castle in Gazé, France.
Yeah.
Luc Besson had a car waiting for us, picked us up, and I slept all the way back to the castle. They drove us back. I mean, we didn't have to take the train or nothing. That was an honor.
But is there anything that everything goes wrong when they do a show, or you forget your line, or
Oh yeah, there's times
yeah.
you forget your lines, and there's times you make up your own lines, and they love it. I
and
did that in
yeah,
a movie once.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
I often wondered, whether something like that happens when if you forget the line or something. I remember I went to a public speaking course, and it says, keep talking.
Yeah.
Keep
yeah.
talking, and so that's, but you have the signs there, so you read from?
No,
Nothing like TV?
No. But I saw something very interesting in the movie Silver Linings Playbook with Bradley Cooper. Big star, okay? He didn't know any of his lines. And you know how he got his lines? Someone who's a PA would say, the quick brown fox. And he would say, the quick brown fox. Jumped over the lazy dog. Jumped over the They just repeated everything. He just repeated everything the PA said. Then they cut the PA out. And that's how he got through that scene in Silver Linings Playbook. And I said to myself, multimillionaire, big actor like that, couldn't remember his lines. I'm never going to worry about it again.
No. If a big actor, right?
Exactly right.
I was on the Mike Douglas show, and David Brenner was there, and I was with my little boxers, and so we're staying backstage behind the curtain, then going to come out onto the stage. It's the stage, maybe 100 people in the, and here's David Brenner. He's a bunch of nerves, I said to myself, here I am on TV. I'm going to be out there in front of them cameras. I had no experience, looking. I was calm where he was like this.
Right.
And then David or Mike Douglas, he was talking further, and as soon as the camera starts shooting, boom, his voice gets real stern, right, businesslike,
Goes right in.
Real pro,
Yeah.
And but like here, when I started this show 28 years ago, I didn't know anything about it, I was supposed to, I brought a Japanese police officer up here to interview, and there was nobody to interview him. I interviewed him, So I'll just keep conversation,
Right.
If I forget my lines, not my fault.
That's it.
Not my fault.
You got to be relaxed at all times.
So you say that you got how many movies coming out this year?
There's 4 or 5. It depends on what this big negotiation
Are these
is.
movies or TV?
They're movies. There's only one is TV. The other are movies.
What's a TV?
The TV is the one I showed you, Crashing. That's an
Oh,
HBO.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
an HBO series, and we don't know when it's coming out. We filmed it last year in New York.
Yeah.
So
Now how did we know you were in Atlantic City, and the guy just spotted you
yeah.
in the crowd?
No, by myself walking out of a casino.
Huh?
I was by myself walking out of a casino.
And he spotted you like that?
Exactly right.
Who was it? Lena Turner. Lena Turner. The movie. She was spotted as a waitress. A guy, movie director. He saw her behind. She's so beautiful girl. She became an actress.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe somebody will find me.
I think so, Hank.
Eating a hoagie or something. Or a Zepp in Norristown, Yeah, that's the one thing. You ever decide on making a movie or helping putting something together?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I told you last year I wrote a book, and Connie Lamothe, who's a screenwriter, producer, she has CCL Productions down in Virginia. And Connie is just putting the finishing touches on my book to make it into a movie. Okay,
it's not.
I'm not a writer. I'm not an
No,
English
no.
person. I can't write a screenplay.
No.
The book was just a book, telling a story. But she knows how to put it into a. So I wish her a lot of luck.
Is that working now? It's in the works?
Yeah, it's in the works right now. So I got a couple good ones in the works. And
You never named the book until it's all done, right?
That's right. That's right.
I think, let me see, if I wrote a book about me, I think I would say, bobbing and weaving, don't worry about the mule going blind, get in the wagon, hold the line.
That sounds like a winner, Hank.
Yeah, no.
And
But when you were growing up, what was your favorite movies?
My favorite movies?
Cowboys and Indians?
Yeah, I used to watch Gene Autry, okay,
Did
Roy
you ever play a
Rogers.
cowboy or anything?
No, I never played a cowboy. I never got into a Western, But not that it can't happen, but
No.
I don't think too many cowboys have the look I have.
Yeah, there's not too many. There used to be, a lot of movies, And but how long is like when you're going to do a shoot? How long? A couple days? Something?
Well-
Never know.
I worked on Pelham 1, 2, 3 with Denzel Washington and John Travolta for 28 days. I lived in New York. I had to get an apartment up there. We had to be in the Astoria studio 6 o'clock every morning. So I'd be there having breakfast. First thing I do when I went down the hallway, I would see all the characters from Sesame Street. I'd say hi to Big Bird and all them guys.
Yeah.
Then I'd go down to have breakfast because they always have a lot of food for us. And we actually sat at this table, and the fan above the table was the same fan that used to keep Rudy Valentino cool when he was an actor.
Oh, yeah.
And they had a sign on it.
Where's that at? New York?
It's in Astoria, New York, yeah. Astoria Studios,
whereabouts in New
Queens.
York?
It's in Queens.
In Queens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
Rudolph-
28 grueling days,
Yeah.
like 6 o'clock in the morning on a set, and a lot of times we got done at 7 o'clock at night, So, I mean, it was a long day.
Rudolph Valentino
Yeah.
was a son of the Sheik.
Uh-huh.
And in the old city hall on there in DeKalb Street, they had a Halloween party and dance and the best dress Halloween. So my mother dressed me up like a sheik, with a cape and a thing, And I was up there at the dance, and I got first prize. But they wouldn't give me the prize because it was a carton of cigarettes, and I was only 16.
Well-
So Rudolph Valentino, he's a great life of a movie actor, huh?
Oh, you're not kidding.
There was a lady who used to keep going to the cemetery, right?
Yeah. I also worked with Mickey Rooney
Oh, yeah?
in a movie, and I got a picture with me, Mickey, and his wife, my arm around him.
I liked him. Well,
He
he
was-
played everything.
Yeah, he was the last living actor that was in silent film.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah?
I used to watch the films and no talking, where they
Yeah.
were silent.
He could dance, he could sing, he could, dramatic, he played in some dramatic shows.
His real name was Joe Yule.
Joe what?
Joe Yule.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mickey Rooney was Joe Yule.
Where do you get the...
I have no idea.
I don't know. Well, my name, Cisco, C-I-A-C-C-I-O. My brother Tony, when we went to New York, we went to fight. The manager says, nobody can pronounce that name, Chiacchio, and Choo-Choo. We'll call it Cisco. So I
There you
use
go.
Cisco. So, what's the difference? But they call me all kind of other names, too.
That's what I heard, how a lot of Italians got the name Tony. And it really wasn't Tony. They didn't speak English when they went to Ellis Island, and they went right to New York, Tony.
Yeah.
That's how they got the name Tony.
Yeah.
It just meant to New
yeah,
York.
Yeah, Tony, right, yeah. But, some of the greatest, not the greatest, but I say Clark Gable was such a guy that on film was a good-looking guy, Really, when I see him going with the wind, and he dominates that screen.
Yeah.
There's certain movie actors that are like that, I think, but you never played in a musical.
No, never played in a musical. We get our jobs, different ways as actors. And I get like emails, maybe 30 emails a day. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? You want to do this? Because I'm in the Screen Actors Guild. There's a company up in New York called Casting Networks. You're involved with them. They're sending you emails you can put in. If you want to be on Law and Order, you want to do this. Then in the Philadelphia area, you have Mike Lemon Casting. They're up in King of Prussia. He's been around a long time, maybe over 40 years, Mike. They're professionals. If somebody wants to get into the acting business, they should go visit Mike Lemon Casting. They give classes, and they'll get them background work, okay?
Yeah.
And I dealt with Ryan Casting in Atlantic City. She got me into Sex and the City and The Warrior that was shot down there. Ursula Ryan, real good people. And there's people in Baltimore, I deal with. All the rest, in my opinion, they're mediocre to poor, so I don't even mention their names. So there's a lot of good and a lot of bad.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, how about you, when you were in France with Robert De Niro?
Right.
What show was that? Do you remember?
That's called The Family. The movie's called
Family.
The Family. And The Family's amazing because they must have sold a lot of DVDs. You know what residuals are? Well, you get a residual like $20, $100.
Yeah.
My residual last year from The Family was $9,000. Do nothing for it. You get checks. And that means they're showing it all over the world. They're making money, and they're selling DVDs. So I hope to have another big year like that.
Yeah. That's in France.
Yeah.
How about the French movie people? Are they cooperative?
Oh, they were wonderful.
They speak English good?
They did speak English good. The
Yeah.
people I dealt. You know how I
Well-
speak French? This
Well,
finger.
okay.
This
well-
finger. Hey, I want to go here. And I point.
Here he is, here. Okay, my man, Vince.
Riviezzo.
Where's that other thing here? Here he is, another shot over here. So we're going to show you all there. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for allowing us to come in. Vince, I'll be looking out. You got how many movies coming out this year?
4.
4.
Right.
You got possible names?
Yeah, they got names. One's
ahead.
called Wetlands. The other was called Split. The other one's called Crashing. And the other one's called Fright Fest.
And they're all movies.
Yeah,
all
they're
right,
all
so we'll
movies.
look out for it. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for allowing us to come into your home. And, it's good. This TV show, there's no props, no makeup. Just what you see is what you get. So until we meet again, God bless each and every one.
Thanks, Hank.
Thank you. Right. Allah salute.
I salute.
To your health. You got your health, you got everything.
Scendo de gusta giorno.